Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. So it's a bit of a different video for you today, a bit more of a chatty one, but I have learnt a few things about the good old social media platform that I would like to share with you. So these lessons of mine have come from personal experience or doing a bit of research, talking with others, and some are completely my personal opinion as well. So a lot of people are trying to get into the YouTuber platform, social media platform, Instagram influencer, and if you're struggling or you're wanting to get into it or you just want some info/advice, then make sure you stick around to listen to my 5 lockdown lessons. Lesson number 1, growing is hard. That sounds a little bit dirty, doesn't it? What I mean to say is growing your following, growing your subscriber count is actually so hard to do. I personally definitely underestimated this, okay? So when I first started my channel, I was like, oh yeah, 6 months down the line, I think I'll be on 1,000 subscribers. Over 6 months down the line, I'm not even halfway to 1,000 subscribers. And it's so hard, like you compare yourself to other people a lot of the time as well. You measure how long they have been doing YouTube or Instagram, and then you compare and look at yourself, and you then worry because you're like, I've been doing this longer, yet they're ahead of me, blah 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 blah. And then I look at my videos and I'm like, well, I really like the content I do, I like how I edit, so why isn't this happening? It's just hard, and it's going to take time at the end of the day. You can't, unfortunately, just sit back, upload your video and relax and just watch all the views come in and watch all the subscribers come in. Like, that is not at all how it works. You actually have to put in so much work. Like, you have to network, okay, on both YouTube and Instagram. If you're not active uploading your video, you still have to be active on other people's videos or profiles, whichever platform you are looking at. You need to comment on people's posts, comment on people's videos, and actually be genuine as well, guys. Something that I've learned to do as well is, like, your bigger YouTubers or the YouTubers that have more subscribers, turn on that notification bell for them as soon as they upload. Watch that video and then comment something so genuine about that video and relatable as well. And then people who also watch that video will then look at your comment, like it, and then the more likes that comment has, people are more inclined to see who you are because you've got so many likes on your comment on that video. That might drive traffic to your channel, and then people might think, oh, they're actually pretty good, I'm going to check out their videos, and if they like you, they'll then subscribe. I don't do it with every video because then it might get a bit spammy, and the same people who obviously watch those videos will think, oh god, it's her again, don't want to see her keep popping up. So just choose your video, actually put some thought into your comments, choose who you're going to comment on, turn on those notification bells, and do genuine networking. Lesson number 2, don't do sub for sub or follow for follow. This is coming from personal experience. Sub for subs can be extremely damaging for your channel, okay? You'll partake in a sub for sub, and I, for one, am quite genuine. I did a lot of this when I first started, and I am still subscribed to every person I did sub for sub to. I've not unsubscribed from anybody, yet I can guarantee over half of the people who I did sub for sub with have unsubscribed from me. Whether that's them just trying to get more subscribers and then sneakily, like a week later, unsubscribing from you, or whether they've just subscribed but not watched any of your content, so YouTube has disregarded that subscription. This is a thing that I've learned. YouTube has a big clear out on your account every week. So if you subscribe to somebody and you haven't watched one of their videos for 2 minutes, when it has its clear out, it will think you are spam. So then it will unsubscribe you from that person. Once a week, I notice a drop in my subscription, and it's just because people have subscribed to me, but they're not actually interested in my content, so they don't watch it. And then YouTube just takes that subscription away. Sub for sub can also be really damaging to you, especially if you send a link to one of your videos and they click on that link just to press the subscribe button. so they don't actually watch your video at all. So it's giving you a view technically, but they're not watching even 10 seconds of it. So then your average view duration for that video goes down, and that is not what we want. When YouTube look at who they want to promote, what videos they want to promote, they mainly look at, are people watching the majority of your video? So you want to keep that average view duration as high as possible. And doing sub for subs, especially if it's a link to a video directly, they won't watch the video. All they'll do is just click on it just to press subscribe, and then it damages your average view duration. If you do want to partake in sub for sub, go for it. That's completely your decision, up to you, but link your channel as a whole, not just one video, so then at least you can try to keep your average view duration up. Kind of the same thing with Instagram as well. Follow for follow is all well and good, but I can almost guarantee that a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month down the line, those people are probably going to unfollow you just because they want to try and get their numbers up. And it's really sad. It genuinely hurts my heart that people use you like that. Lesson 3, algorithms and consistency. This is probably the biggest thing I've learned for Instagram, okay? The algorithm is not your friend. So with the Instagram's algorithm, it will show your post to about 6% of your following. And that is usually kind of like your inner circle, the people who react to your content the most, who engage with you the most, kind of like your bestie bubble. It will show your picture to them. If they engage with it, comment, like, read the caption, and if it does well that way, Instagram will then show it to a bit more of your following. If that wider selection also engages, it will then make your post available to everyone who follows you. And also you have more chance of getting on the explore page that way as well. Then your post will reach more people, you'll then be able to grow as more people will be exploring your content, and they'll be more inclined to give you a follow. I'm not too sure about YouTube's algorithm, but I think it's kind of similar. Those who engage with you a lot, your video will pop up kind of first in their subscription box, and depending on how well it does with likes, comments, view duration, it will then suggest your video on other people's videos, etc, etc. You catch my drift? So it's really important to help each other out, to engage with other people's comments and pictures and likes and videos, because they are more than likely to return that favour. Therefore, the more engagement you get on your videos or posts, the higher chance that it reaches a wider audience. Moving on to the second part to this lesson is being consistent. My upload schedule has been a bit here, there and everywhere, to be honest. With YouTube, I've not been as consistent as I should be. Pick a day that you want to upload, or pick a few, it's up to you, and stick to that schedule, because then your subscribers will then know when they are going to be getting content from you. The same thing with Instagram. If you want to gain a following with Instagram, you need to have a consistent schedule for your posts. If you're serious about wanting to grow your Instagram, you'll need to post at least 3 times a week. So I try and post 3 to 4 times a week. Give yourself a couple of days off in between, because otherwise that's just going to be our life, is Instagram and YouTube. Some people post every day. It can work for you if you post every day, but you do need to be consistent with your posts and uploads. Lesson 4, do what makes you happy. This is probably going to be super contradictory to everything that you've ever read, but I feel it's one of the most important things, is just create content that you are happy with. Create content that inspires you, motivates you, that you are interested in. A couple of reasons for this is you will have more of a passion about what you enjoy and what you want to post about. Therefore, you are going to come across as a more genuine person, and people like to watch personalities. They like to see you shine through. There's a higher chance that they will subscribe or follow to you if they see that you are actually genuine. And if you post about or talk about, upload videos that interest you, you are going to be able to give all the right information to your target audience and express that passion for that item of clothing or that makeup product or that skincare brand. Do you know what I mean? You're just going to come across as more relatable, enjoyable to watch if you genuinely have a passion for your content. And this is why it kind of contradicts to some other information that I've heard, which is niche down, find your niche, stick to that niche, or, you know, thoughts about who you want your target audience to be and cater content to attract that target audience. This is all fine because it might work, but in my opinion, the target audience you want to connect to, you then might be forcing yourself to create content that you aren't really that bothered about only because it fits in with your target audience. And then I just feel like the connection might be lost a little bit then, and you might not be yourself in that video because, you know, you're talking about something that you're not that bothered about, but you know it's what your target audience wants. That's my personal view on that anyway. And then on another spectrum, I've heard some people be like, post about everything. The more you post, the bigger audience you're going to have because you're not just focusing on one thing. You know, if you want to get brand deals, make yourself open to fashion, makeup, homeware, and reach out to all the brands, because then you're more than likely to get more brand deals because you have your hand dipped into a bit of everything. And it's so confusing. So that is why I have learnt to just post about what makes me happy. That's probably why I'm not doing too well. But I'm less stressed, my mental health is okay, and I feel like I can create good content because I am genuinely interested in whatever it is I'm posting about. And this brings me on to my final lesson: be yourself. Of course, if you want to niche down, find your target audience, specifically post content for that range of person you want to reach to, then fair play, do it. If that's what you want to do, then go for it. But I have learned, for my mental health, for my stability, and for keeping me happy, I'm just going to post about what I genuinely like. Thing is, nowadays it is just so easy to get bogged down and caught up in all of the numbers. You can become obsessed. I have had to stop myself quite a few times on getting myself down because I've not got as many subscribers as so-and-so who's only started a month ago. One of the biggest lessons I have learned in this whole process is that everyone is different. Everyone is on a different journey. Everyone is at a different skill set. No two people are the same here. So work at your own pace. Work at a pace that you are happy with. Work at a pace that you are going to be comfortable with. And try to put all the numbers at the back of your head. How many views, how many likes, just move it along. Right, just put it right at the back there, because you're gonna get yourself down, really down. You may not see the growth that you want straight away, but I just hope in time that being true to yourself, doing the things that you want to create, people will then see that and see how much fun you're having in the process and think, you know what, I like you. I'm gonna stick around to watch you. And let's face it as well, there are so many people trying to get onto any kind of platform in social media, whether that be YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, especially in lockdown when there's not an awful lot else to do except be online and create something online. It's competitive, it's so competitive. And another point of why I stress to be yourself is so you're not just going to blend in with everybody else. I'm a sucker for jumping on some trends, don't get me wrong, because they're quite fun to do, but I at least like to think I put my own little spin on things and put my own individual stamp on it, just because I don't want to be like everyone else. I just don't want to become a different person online just because that means I'm then going to fit into what's relevant, because a year down the line it might not be relevant anymore and then I'm just going to be left behind in the dust, and B, I feel like I'm going to be lying to myself and to you, which is, I don't want to do that. I did a lot of that back in the day when I was in secondary school, trying to be somebody I'm not, trying to fit in with those who I really didn't fit in with. And over the years, I have just learned to accept myself and be happy with myself, and that not everybody's gonna like me, and that's fine. I think that's something as well. Not everybody is going to like you or enjoy what you make. and you just have to accept that. This is a bit of fun for me. I love making these videos. I love editing them. I love doing all of my makeup. Like, it's a hobby for me and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I just think it's a shame if you really start thinking about it all too much, becoming absorbed in all of the stats and figures and numbers of it all, because then I feel like you're just going to detach yourself from what brought you here in the first place, which is your genuine enjoyment of it. So I am happy to have this as a hobby, and if I grow, I grow. Of course, I'm gonna be stupid if I don't admit that I would love for this to actually get somewhere. Of course, but it's just realizing that in yourself, that if it doesn't, it doesn't, and you're still gonna carry on going because you like it, you like doing these things. And if people want to join along and follow along with me, then please feel free. You're more than welcome. So there we have it. There are my 5 lessons that I have learnt during this lockdown about the social media bubble and the ever confusing world of Instagram and YouTube. I know this is a little bit different from my usual videos, but I've been thinking about making this video for a long time because I just want to stress. Do what you want. Don't worry. Be happy. Take a break if you need to, but then also be consistent. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think anyone is ever going to get their head around it. So the biggest lesson of all, stay true to yourself and put your mental health first. Thanks for watching this video, everybody. If you made sense of it, or if you learned a thing or two, or if you just liked watching it, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed, please hit that subscriber button. It would really help me out so much. And of course, I would love to have you. Make sure to check me out on Instagram as well. It's sianiza, all my social medias. If I have it, it's sianiza. Comment down below if you have experienced any of what I've discussed, or if you've got your own lessons that you want to share with us, then please, of course, I'd love to hear them. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I shall see you next time. Bye! Mog's in here somewhere anyway.
Yeah, he's sleeping. He's just gonna be silly.
Okay.
Hello. He caught a fly.
Did he?
In the window. He literally, earlier, he just ran in and heard this fly buzzing and just pinned it in one go. Then he ate it.
Did you eat the flies? Did you eat the flies?